The tragedy of many churches is not that God is absent, it's that people have learned how to gather without expecting Him. The presence of God, the invisible weight that changes everything. There is a difference between a room full of people and a room filled with God. One is noise, the other is weight, what Scripture calls glory.
When the presence of God enters a space, something shifts that cannot be manufactured.
Conversations become conviction. Music becomes surrender. Words become piercing truth. Masks fall without being asked. In the Bible, whenever God's presence showed up, people didn't stay the same. They fell. They wept. They changed. Not because someone impressed them, but because something holy confronted them. You don't need better lighting when you have His presence. You don't need better marketing when you have His power. Without presence, church becomes a performance. With presence, it becomes an encounter. Scriptural values. The spine that keeps the church from collapsing presence is power, but Scripture is order. And without order, power becomes dangerous. Scriptural values are not soft suggestions. They are the architecture of a transformed life. Love that doesn't manipulate, discipline that doesn't break you, but builds you integrity when no one is watching, humility that silences ego. These are not personality traits. They are evidence of alignment. A church that abandons Scripture may still feel good, but it slowly loses its authority. Because when truth is replaced with opinion, feelings lead instead of faith, culture shapes doctrine instead of God, charisma overshadows character, and eventually people leave entertained, but unchanged. Spiritual tendencies. What you practice becomes who you are. You are not shaped by what you believe occasionally. You are shaped by what you practice consistently. This is where most people misunderstand church. Church is not a weekly event. It is a training ground for spiritual tendencies. Prayer becomes instinct. Worship becomes identity. Obedience becomes natural self-control, becomes strength over time. These aren't actions anymore. They become your default state. You stop trying to be spiritual. You become it. When all three align, something rare happens. When a church carries the presence of God, the truth of Scripture, and the discipline of spiritual tendencies, it becomes something most people have never actually experienced. Not hype, not routine, not religion, but transformation. In the Bible, the early church didn't grow because it was convenient. It grew because it was real. People were healed. Lives were reordered. Communities were disrupted. In a good way. There was no confusion about whether God was there. You could feel it. You could see it. You could not ignore it. The real warning. A church can have a full parking lot, a polished stage, a powerful speaker, and still be spiritually empty. Because God does not respond to excellence alone. He responds to alignment. The presence of God is not a bonus feature, it is the entire point. Scripture is not tradition, it is the standard. Spiritual discipline is not restriction, it is refinement. When these are honored, church stops being a place you attend, and becomes a place where your mind is renewed, your identity is rebuilt, and your life begins to reflect something eternal. If you enjoyed this message, please like and subscribe to First Love Fellowship via YouTube.